If we are not doing intercultural ministry, we are not doing ministry at all. The following is what I shared in a recent church regional gathering. I thought it may be good to turn it into a video and share it with you. There is a myth out there that says there is something called regular ministry, then intercultural ministry. There's something that one can choose. It is a problem, and that is one reason why the church gets stuck. I don't think this conversation will give us anything until we recognize if we are not doing intercultural ministry, we aren't doing ministry at all. It comes from a recognition that the faith we have in God called Christianity, in the way we know it, is already intercultural. That Jesus was a Jew, ate kosher food, observed Jewish calendar and festivals, worshipped the Creator on Fridays and Saturdays, not Sundays, and the book we called the Bible was written in Greek and Hebrew. Every time we partake in the Holy Communion and have Jesus, a Jew, in our thoughts, we are already doing intercultural ministry. So to go forward, please don't debate whether we should be intercultural or not, because we are already an intercultural religion. None are not doing some form of intercultural work. The matter only is how well or poor we are doing it. The proper question should be, what kind of leadership is needed to allow us to do a better job? For the Christian message to have any credibility in Canada in the 21st century, going forward, our work must be intercultural in nature. Because of the past Eurocentric Christian history and its domination, and the larger context of Canadian colonial past as related to Indigenous peoples and other immigrants, we have the responsibility to educate all of us to be better aware of the colonial legacy of Christianity and how it still affects us today. To critique the lingering power of colonialism, to engage in anti-racism and equity work, and to exercise real welcoming, it demands us to purge the wrong-headed assumptions about ourselves, our faith, and the inadequate understanding about the people we call others. Your geographical location may be monocultural, but the larger region where we call Canada is diverse, mixed, and intercultural. Intercultural ministry isn't about having others from different cultures present in our congregations or event. It is not an alternative name for ethnic ministry. Even when there is no single Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Filipino, African, or Afghan that enters your congregation, we could have been shaped by the man called Jesus, a Jew, have the responsibility to cultivate a mindset that can exercise intentional welcoming, purge prejudice, and exclusive practices. It is based on an understanding that the gospel calls us to exercise attentiveness and self-critique that is always critical of our own faith assumptions. In turn, we learn to be attentive to the people and cultures that are different from us, and how the Euro-Canadian-centric faith assumptions have jeopardized other people's lives. Intercultural world is the social context from which the church exercises leadership, passionate service, and pastoral care. The church that is loaded with Eurocentric faith assumptions must address power and privilege and be courageous enough to question those assumptions. If we are not doing intercultural ministry, we aren't doing ministry at all. So I hope that what I said is helpful to you to dig deeper into doing intercultural ministry.